everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Veach Season. We are your guest hosts, Rocky Magaña and Kramer Sansone. Joined today by the esteemed editor of the premier Chiefs website on the interwebs, arrowheadpride.com, Ron Bad Cop Jr. There's a lot of good cops in the world, but he is bad to the bone, friends. And so don't cross this motherfucker, because he'll pull your card in about 2 goddamn seconds. He'll snatch your chain like he's Aqib Talib in the mid 2000s. Ron, buddy, thanks for coming on the show today, bro.
Dude, thanks for having me. It's draft week, so of course I got to be on Veach Season, right? I'm a little disappointed he couldn't join us. I mean, I know he's a little busy, but I mean, come on,
yeah, just a little busy, I'd say.
He's draft board, guys. Here's the secret about Brett Veach. His draft board has been done for months. It's at 215. He already said it. He's not at anybody. He's not taking anybody away. He wants you to think that he's busy, but we all know he's in the titty bar. Brett Veach is a titty bar addict. He's
at bazookas right now.
He's getting cheeks clapped. He's not even there. Like, there used to be what was it? What's that highway that goes out towards Spring Hill in Kansas? There used to be like a it's like K7.
Yeah, K7, yeah.
7, yeah.
169, yeah.
Yeah, there used to be a titty bar off of K7 out past Spring Hill, where it was like a juice bar.
My buddies went there for their bachelor party. I can't remember what it's called.
I worked with a number of people in my life who used to be employees of that place. Used to be ladies who were employed by that place. And it was like I worked at like a gas station right out of high school, and like there was 3 girls there who used to be strippers at the place over there. And then there was, I worked somewhere else, and another girl worked there. And so, listen, I've actually never been in that establishment, but I know a lot of its alumni. I'm very familiar with many of its alumni.
The performers.
Yeah, the performers.
There's a lot of keep your mind clear, right? I mean, that's what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, Veach is just trying to, you gotta stay loose, gotta stay relaxed. It's a big week, so.
In the words of Something About Mary, you don't go out with a loaded gun. You can't go out with a loaded gun.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, definitely can't.
No, you definitely can't.
You'd be shooting all over the place.
Listen, you got to empty that clip like you're like somebody who's just been snuck up, like you're Barney Fife, and you just got snuck up on, and you just pulled the trigger like 60 times in a row.
There's a reason why boxers do that stuff before their fights the night prior.
100%. You got to go in with a clear head.
Exactly.
But is that okay? I mean, a strip club, is that what's supposed to be happening? All right, we don't need to keep talking about this.
Oh, well, no, this is.
Or we could.
Of course, we keep talking about it. It's Veach season. This is what we do. We talk about this shit, and then we talk about some sports, and then it's the episode. But my question is Ron, you were a quarterback at one point. You were once the leader of an offense, the franchise quarterback, right? Yeah. So,
not a successful quarterback, Rocky. Just a quarterback by name.
So did you? Before I played like baseball or football or anything like that, I would always take a pregame dump, right? You got to take the pregame dump to like make sure your body's. But like, did you ever do like a pregame wank to make sure you had a clear head, so you could read the defenses appropriately?
One of the problems I had as a quarterback was being 5'8". Like, it's really hard to look over an offensive line. So reading defenses was not necessarily my strong suit.
Did they ever call you Vanilla Dangerous?
Ask Jay Binkley of 96.5 of The Fan, because he loves to bring it up. He was on the call for a 6 interception game of mine my senior year. Literally, actually, probably like ruined my life, my football life at least. I remember we lost a low-scoring game, and I threw 6 interceptions. I mean, like, what's worse than that? So, that was actually like the lowest point of my football career. So, thanks for.
Are you the? It's like the opposite.
Actually, I brought it up.
He's the opposite Al Bundy.
Good job, Ron.
The reverse.
Yeah, the opposite. No. I do have an Al Bundy. Through 2 weeks of my senior year, I led the state in passing yards and had the most total touchdowns, 9, and had almost 800 passing yards through 2 games. So that is my Al Bundy story. And it all fell off a cliff from there.
800 passing yards in 2 games is pretty gnarly.
Almost.
That's not too shabby.
That's Patrick Mahomes numbers there.
We lost to Blue Valley like 60-40 week 1 my senior year. beat the crap out of Shawnee Mission North 50 to something. Oh, it was a fun start to senior year. I'll tell you, fellas. And but hey, I will say to your pregame thing, our coach had a tradition that he had through his whole. He came to. He was a first year head coach my senior year.
Circle jerk.
When you first let off with my coach,
we would go lights off. We would listen to "Lose Yourself" by Eminem first, and then we would listen to
song.
"In the Air Tonight." Actually, Phil Collins, and I think maybe it was reverse where we listened "In There" first. I can't remember, but literally every game. Now it worked the first game. I think it was hype, but come on, y'all. I don't know. Can you play the same two songs? Especially, we're 18-year-old,
There for a minute when you said it was your coach, that's big. I had a vision in my mind of gentlemen, take a knee. Take the man next to you in your right hand. Let him know that you're there for him tonight. That no matter what happens, through thick and thin, you will be there till the end.
Is that what Veach is saying during the pregame of the draft on Thursday?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to lock the door, turn down
Andy,
the lights.
We got
Andy,
this.
take that shirt off and stare me straight in my eyes.
I mean, you got a roster bait after the draft, right?
Yeah,
so I mean,
definitely
you gotta get ready for it. So
especially if you have 2 picks, man, that's amazing.
In the first, well, we'll talk about if the Chiefs end up with 2 picks or not tonight.
Oh, that's true. They could have 3,
but they could also end up with just 1 pick,
or none. Who knows?
Or 0. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck's going to happen? Anything can happen. But before we do that, 2 things. 1, love the Eric Berry T-shirt. Mad respect.
You knew it.
Got to go with Barry Strong every
single wearing it for a reason. Draft week, I'm wearing it for a reason.
Yeah, 100%.
If you catch what I'm saying.
I think I might be.
People listen to Veach season, they know why you're wearing it, because our hero, our captain, our leader, John Dixon, forever. He's up there. He's up there with DT 58 right now, looking down on draft week, seeing who the Chiefs are going to load up with. So,
yes, sir.
Man, this is going to really kill the vibe, because you had a really much better reason why I wore an EB T-shirt right here.
Well, shit.
And I'm really glad you brought up John, because it's been a crazy
shout
week.
Out, Ron.
Shout out JD. Honestly, it was really just because I want Caleb Downs in the draft. So
yep, I kind of figured.
Oh no!
Listen,
JD wouldn't have had it any other way. JD,
no, seriously.
Caleb Downs,
you are the fact that I had not that you are. Yeah, you love JD, because that's you. The fact that you thought I thought that is
well, it's fine.
I appreciate it at least.
Well, listen, talk about killing the vibe, because this is gonna be the world's wildest segue, because what I was thinking of when I was walking back down the hallway to start the show tonight. Something just hit me all of a sudden. I don't even know where it came from. I'm ADD as fuck, so shit just enters my brain sometimes. And I was walking down the hallway, and I was thinking to myself that everybody. I've talked about this I think before, that everybody you've ever seen on TV takes a shit at least 4 times a week. Halle Berry, Tyra Banks, Amanda.
Hillary Duff, by the way, she's newly single.
Yeah, Hillary Duff. Oh God, Halle Berry and Hillary Duff are the official women of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But
amen to that.
Yeah, they all take a shit at least 4 or 5 times a week, 6 times. If they're a guy,
women don't really.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. 3 to 4.
I prescribe to that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's a dude, if it's a Hemsworth, he's shitting 12 times a week, right? Because we all know that those dudes are power.
Creatine got to get you.
Creatine flushes you straight through your system. But so there's that. I talked about that before, but I was also thinking when I came down here, I was like, anybody you've probably seen on television for the most part has either gone down on a woman or given a blowjob. The Queen of England, gosh. I guarantee you the Queen of England at some point in her life gave a blowjob to somebody, and somebody went down on
Queen
her as well.
The Queen?
She was married for how many years?
Oh, she was polishing that knob.
Yeah, you don't think in the
you're saying one or the other, because no, I mean I'm saying
I don't think the Queen was muff diving for I mean. I'm not saying that,
but she might be.
But if she was, good for her.
I mean, I don't know. Was that? I mean, it was pretty frowned upon back then, so I imagine. So I don't know.
What do you mean? She lived through so many decades.
Which queen are we talking about? I actually don't even know which queen you're referring to at this point.
It's like 100. She lived to be like 135. So, like,
I heard she was reptilian.
Which queen are actually? Yeah, what queen are we talking
Queen
about?
Elizabeth.
All of them. But here's also the thing too.
I hear queen, and I just think Roman Middle Ages or something.
Well, and also like European monarchies were so inbred that that's why like half the monarchies died is because they were just like inbred and like had all sorts of disorders because they were a bunch of pervs like banging each other all the time.
Yeah, like
we're talking about
blue blood.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah, blue bloods. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the Appalachian blue bloods are the same thing, right? Like you get so inbred that your body starts doing weird shit. You got 6 toes and you got 1 eyeball, and that's where Cyclopses came from.
Checks out.
Wow, that's from the royal family. Okay, good, great.
Right. Also, the different color eyes. Different color eyes is also meaning that you're inbred.
Yep,
like 2 different color eyes,
and that's
so
why
it's like 100% hit rate on that. Like if someone had like that's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that what you're saying, Kramer?
Their dad is their
Max Scherzer. Definitely.
Yeah, 100% Max Scherzer. That's why Kramer wears 1 colored contact lens to throw people off the trail.
Yeah. Anyway, I wish I had contacts in. I got my 4
eyes
on right now.
I'm up for a job. I gotta X out of this.
All right. Well,
that's crazy.
Welcome to Veach season again.
Welcome to Veach season. Oh man, I'm so excited to be here. This is
all right. So before we get into any Chiefs related talk, and before we get into what's hot with Krame Dog, I'm gonna throw a lob of softball over to Krame Dog and ask you about the Royals and Kramer. Why are they afraid? Why are they afraid to hit the ball when the game's on the line, and why are they taking third strikes? Because they're scared.
You know what? It's Alex Zumwalt. It's the hitting coach. Everything been talking about it each and every single week last week, and they're bad. Like the Royals, they cannot win a single game, and it's kind of hilarious. I was watching the game last night against Baltimore, and it was the only game I'm able to watch because it's blacked out. Can't really do anything about it. But man, that bullpen blew it, and the hitting just absolutely stopped. I mean, Jack Caglione hit a monster shot, but still, this team can't hit worth a lick, and that it's You know what that means? Usually, if the Royals aren't good by the time the draft happens, people just check out on baseball, and I think that's already happened. Like hell, Weston Brewster. Hold on, he said something in our comment if it could pop up. The draft can't come soon enough. Every single year.
No, it's
every year.
It's every year. I'm a younger guy. I like the Royals had that 0-3 start, right, where they were 12-0. It's in the lore, right, or 15-0, whatever it was. I have never seen them start hot like in my entire freaking life, like. Every year it's like this, but this year it does feel a little worse just because there was expectations and the errors, like the comedy of errors that have happened recently are just like the base running last night in the 10th was.
Yeah.
It is Lane Thomas, idiot.
It's 3-3 right now though, fellas.
And the fact of the matter is that Bobby Witt Jr. was the only person who looked comfortable to play yesterday. Only person.
Did he though?
And like
comfortable-ish.
That was a good excuse a few years ago, but like this team's pretty. I mean, like they have a good little lineup at the top.
Jack Caglione was a top prospect. You know, like he's supposed to.
Well, he's coming. He's coming.
Their batting average is horrendous. I'm that baseball guy that still looks at batting average. I know that's like that's just like an old school type of mentality of like, oh, he's batting average. Yeah. No, they're batting like $120. There's 5 different guys in the order that's doing that, and that's not good. Well, you can't win a game doing that.
And
where's Michael Garcia from the World Baseball Classic?
Right.
Like, what happened?
Well, that's the problem there. Everybody who went and played for the World Baseball Classic, there was like 17 or 19 of them. They didn't really get all the reps they truly needed in spring training, so that's really showing right now. Because, let's be honest, they really truly practiced with each other whenever they were doing the Team Venezuela, Team Dominican Republic. I highly doubt that. They were probably worried about the cage.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Honestly, I think baseball is one of those team chemistry sports. It's a weird kind of team chemistry, but just being together, I feel like. And World Baseball Classic, they were all split up. They were all on different teams for the most part when they were all hot. No, they're going to turn it around and get hot sometime and randomly and get us all, our hopes up. But when you start so slow, they're literally one of the worst records in the league. It's I don't know. It just makes it so hard to actually come back.
Thankfully, the Mets have lost 11 in a row, so no one really knows what the Royals are doing right now. So that's good.
Yeah,
100%. No, but the comedy of errors, the fact those have kind of put a spotlight on us a little bit. I feel like in the unis, I don't know if y'all had any takes on the unis, but not the right time to break those out. Not
for me. I don't like it. I
like them. I thought they were dope.
I can't do it.
Just not the right time. That's all I'll say. They should have waited to keep those until they were hot or something. I mean,
they got some badass bobbleheads coming out, but these uniforms suck. I don't like them.
Listen, you want to talk about the early 2000s? That's the sign of the Royals of the early 2000s, where you're so bad that you give out a bobblehead a week. Like it's like every week is like bobblehead night, just to get people to the stands. Yeah.
No, they got the giveaway days.
You have to bribe people to go to the games. All right. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about some. Well, what is Hot with Krame Dog? Is that what was Hot with Krame Dog? Did I predict it, or is there something else?
Somewhat close. My baseball season started on this past Sunday, and of course, my first 2 at bats, I lead the team. Oh, dude, my shin is absolutely disgusting right now because I got the first 2 at bats, got hit by pitches. Apparently, people can't throw left-handed batters. I guess that's just the worst case scenario. But I did get an RBI. We won 8-1, and we're on pace to win this league. So apparently, I found out when we were there because we took second in the league last year, Ron. That team folded after that game. Apparently, that won the championship. So we're basically top dogs now. So that's just how it goes. And the funny thing too about that, the trophy that we got for second place was the exact same size as the trophy that the first place team got, which I think is also hilarious. But yeah, no, we started off 1-0. Blazers, Kansas City Blazers started off 1-0 this past Sunday.
Wow, Kansas City Blazers. Well, are you playing first base again, or?
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I played only 3 innings, but then once that ball hit me in the shin, oh, dude, my shin hurts so bad. You know, you move your toes up, like it hurt. It's like a pain, like a shooting sharp pain up my entire leg. It's not fun, man.
Are you on the DL? Are you gonna be on the? Well,
no, I'm gonna. I at least
the IL.
I'm gonna try to stay off the IL, but right now it's hard to walk, and especially my physically demanding job I do now. It's not fun. But you know what? I'm a ball player. I'll play hurt. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but listen, dude, you're gonna be a dad though now, Krame.
And true.
You gotta stay in that elite playground.
But whenever he's
able to move around,
whenever he's in his infant stage, seeing his dad, tough it out, get through there, I'm hoping he stays in his mind like, hey, you can get through all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Lead by example. Lead by example.
Exactly.
So that's how I don't get how people pitch in the like I played soft toss softball or whatever, like the ricochet shots back at the shin like that close, like that's no thank you. That's up there as all-time pains, all-time just like one-off pains.
But the first hit by pitch was up on my armpit area, but then once my shin got hit, I did not feel this pain anymore. So that's at least a plus.
No, shin definitely hurt worse than a shoulder shot for sure. Yep. Oh man,
but that's what's Hot with Krame Dog.
Dude, I can't wait to hear about you winning the championship.
Oh, that's going to be in about
and also
August.
Ron, our boy Kramer's going to be
a long season. My gosh, wow!
Isn't that crazy that our boy Kramer's going to be a dad? My man Ron, who is a new dad as well, right? So.
Yes, dad chatting here. Yes, no,
sir.
Dad bod, dad chat, zaddy podcast.
It's zaddy season.
Zaddy season. Oh god, no. It is the best thing ever. I can say that for sure. Like, is it a girl or boy? Sorry, I don't.
It's a boy.
Gosh. Oh, you're lucky, honestly. I love my little girl, but like there is another level of just having a little guy.
You know what the problem with having a little guy is as they grow up. My 5-year-old, he's doing like Ninja Warrior classes now, like once a week. Yeah, it's pretty sick. But then he wants to watch Ninja Warrior on TV, and we'll be watching him doing it. He'll be like, Dad, you're stronger than this guy, right? You can do this. And I'm like, yeah, sure I can, son. I can do anything you think I can do. Anything for you.
You just keep, you got to keep that up as long as you can until he, it's hard to prove anymore.
Until he looks at you, he's like, you're not doing a fucking warped wall, you fat ass. There's not a chance in hell.
That's awesome that he's in that though. Yeah, no, because I was just thinking about how fun it would be to do like a martial art with with her or something with my daughter.
Yeah.
So, no, that's awesome, Kramer. Shout out.
Thank you.
Little boy on the way. Little Krame dog. Little Krame puppy. Little Krame pup.
Little Krame pup.
Little Reese's Pieces. Little Reese's.
Oh yeah.
Pieces. Kramer Sansone.
Yes, sir.
Reese Bronson, right? That's the name.
Yes, sir. That's the name. Reese Bronson.
Oh wow.
Reese Bronson Sansone.
That's a great name.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What a strong name. Ooh.
Yeah,
thank you.
Reese Bronson will fuck you up. Like you better watch.
He's hopefully hits dingers.
He's my name's Big Reese, and I hit dingers.
Either that or be like the next best field goal kicker in the NFL. That's the goal.
Yeah. I just see a guy named Reese Bronson just like climbing up on the table in daycare and just DDTing somebody or picking up a chair and jumping off.
Pro wrestler would be sick as well. WrestleMania was just last week. Shout out.
Yeah. Reese Bronson sounds like
that's a wrestling name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good wrestling name.
Oof.
Well, shit. Well, before we get into Chiefs stuff here, because we're going to talk Chiefs football here in a second, we should probably do our comments. Kramer, have you looked at YouTube today?
I have not, Rocky. It's been a day. I'll tell you that right now, buddy. It's been a day.
Sorry, buddy. Are you okay?
Oh, no, I'm fine. It's just
how's your heart?
Long hours.
How's your soul?
The heart and the soul is great. That's all we truly care about here.
That's all.
I'm making bread, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, 100%. Ron, how's your heart? How's your soul?
It's great. No, it's free. It's beautiful, and no, honestly, it's just excited to eat, sleep, and breathe draft for the next. Not starting tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna, one last day before the madness. But no, yeah, my heart is free. Rocky, how about you? How are you feeling, Rocky?
How's your heart and your soul?
My heart is open. My heart is loving. My heart is seeking wisdom at every turn.
Ooh.
So, you know what I realized today is that, and this kind of goes a little bit of conspiracy theory, like with Kramer not believing in dinosaurs. But there is no such thing as invention. Inventions don't exist. There's only discovery. I don't know about that. No, so listen, you say there's an elevator, right? Like an elevator, you take all the elements that you use to make metal, rubber, pulleys, whatever you want, and you make an elevator, right? You've discovered a combination of elements to create something. But with what confidence can you say that you are that person was the first person in the universe where science is the same, elements are the same, and their reactions are the same universally, that they invented that? There is no invention. There's no.
I think the difference is
only discovery.
I think anybody really can discover, but it's harder to invent, right? Like I think we all can discover something.
And Lewis and Clark discovered the West, right?
Whatever you call an invention is actually just a discovery. The atom bomb was not an invention; it was a discovery.
No, it's an invention.
No, that was not the first nuclear explosion in the universe's history. We know that for a fact.
What's the first one that's been used and dropped down?
It's called a star being created. like those are nuclear explosions in space that happen all the time.
I don't know.
Constantly.
This is way too deep for my mindset. I'm not even the right element for this.
Even like the ancient, like in ancient times with alchemy, like the whole idea of like an alchemist was transmutation, where they believed that you would take elements, put them together to create something else. But it wasn't called it wasn't called invention or creation. It was transmutation. You were taking something and making something different out of it, but it wasn't an invention. You were just combining elements to create something different. And that's where the term alchemy comes from. And so I'm just saying. I mean, listen. You can say I'm wrong. You can not agree with me.
I think I'm not agreeing. I'm just hung up on I think discover in my head just like it means I don't know. I think it doesn't mean it means to find something. It doesn't mean to put it together and make it. Or make two things, you discover two things and then you can combine them into an invention, right?
Hey, Ron, there's definitely an age gap between us to Rocky right now, how the discovering works and the invention stuff works.
Well, listen,
we learned.
Like you're figuring out like for instance, like microchips are made out of silicone, right? And you figured out that when you apply silicone to plastic with copper wiring, you can create a microchip.
And creating is an invention.
Or it's discovering what happens when you combine those three elements together.
You discover something else, but then you're just using another word to say finding out
how.
But that is what the word invention is for, is to invent.
But here's the thing: if there is another species of humanoids or aliens or whatever on another planet that used microchips at any point in the universe's history, then you didn't invent the microchip. You discovered the microchip.
Right. No, but that would be if a microchip from that far distant planet you talked about came here and and on a meteor, and we found that's discovering it. You don't discover the first microchip made by any human was not discovered. It was thoughtfully
invented.
But you are discovering a technology that has already existed.
You discover its capabilities, but you don't discover it.
So you're looking at this from a single world perspective. I'm talking about the universe on the whole. It's all the same elements. It's all the same science. It's all the same nature. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Here's the thing, Rocky.
That we all live in.
Until we make contact with alien life, I don't believe you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying that aliens don't exist then?
Show me.
I mean, do we have any type of proof that they do?
Do you know how big?
Let's be honest, do we,
Kramer?
It's massive.
Impossible.
I think people don't understand that we're actually following the sun as the sun travels through the universe, and we're on the ride with them. Some people don't realize that. Did you know that, Rocky?
What I'm saying, Kramer, is you think that.
So then why hasn't our star hit anything else? If you're telling me since I am 20, I must be 30 years old this year, you're telling me we have yet to find any type of alien life in my lifetime so far?
There hasn't been closest. Do you know the next closest habitable planet is, Kramer? Do you know how far away it is? Kepler 1's like 72 light years.
Kramer, to your point though, we're moving, but everyone else is moving, and I think we're just moving based off of everything's gravitational pull to each other. It's all we're such a speck, right?
We're obviously a bunch of astrophysicists. Neil deGrasse Tyson's on here tonight. This is all of a sudden an astrophysics podcast and not a football podcast.
Yeah. By the way, a comment from last week from Brian the Cool Guy. 30 seconds in talking about micropenis. Veach season, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's about right. Also from Brian, the Cool Guy on Spotify. I'm also part of the Massive Testicle Club. Some people flash their penis. I flash my balls. I call it hanging brain. Can we get an AC/DC big balls as an intro for one time? I would, except for we'd get censored. They would.
We can do it in spirit.
Yeah. He also responded back to that comment, also saying, "Do not flush your wipes." Google it.
Do not flush your wives?
Wipes. Like, you know how last week, the butt wipes?
Yeah, the butt wipes. Don't flush your wipes. Well, these are flushable wipes.
Yeah, they're not flushable, buddy.
They say flushable on the container.
I'll tell you what, a plumber basically will not tell you to flush them bad boys. Let's talk some football, shall we? We're 30 minutes into this bullshit.
Yeah, let's talk some ball.
All right, let's talk some balls. All right, so who's got big? No. All right, so draft is this week, right around the corner.
2 days.
2 days. And
Fernando Mendoza is going to be a quarterback for the Raiders. Let's go, baby. Sorry.
Are we sure?
All right. Fernando Mendoza's career. Sorry, buddy. He could have been something special, but you got drafted by the worst franchise in the history of the universe. And so
we're not the
Jets. You know what? The second he gets drafted by the Raiders, fuck Fernando Mendoza. I hope he has the worst fucking career of any player that ever played again, because fuck the Raiders.
Can someone that nice be the Raiders quarterback? Someone that likable, quote unquote? Because he will, as soon as he puts on that uniform, he will be very unlikable. Kramer, I hope you.
I can't wait.
The Kirk Cousins, him and Kirk Cousins' little buddy reality show that they could do, very hateable once they're in that Raiders uniform. It will be very unlikable.
And what the hell is Kirk Cousins doing as a Raiders quarterback? You can't be a Raiders quarterback and be soaking. You know what I mean? Well, he's LDS, right? So that's what they do, is they soak.
Kirk Cousins?
I didn't know he was LDS.
I mean, look at him. He has to be. He has to be.
I was going to say, are you
he's either LDS or homeschooled. One of the two.
I watched that whole Netflix thing. I think he was just. I can't comment. I have no idea. Maybe he is. Shout out the LDS. If so, great quarterback. Congratulations. You guys had him and Steve. They got a lot of money out of his contract if he is, right? Yeah. I mean, that's how that works. That's how it works. They like to, donate to the cause.
Yeah, but let's talk about some real Chiefs. Fuck the Raiders. We're not talking about the Raiders on this.
I really don't think Kirk Cousins is Mormon. I really think you just made that up. Like,
yeah, I think I did too. Honestly,
that's just
100%.
That just threw me for a loop. I was like, wait, what? He does have a lot of kids, I think. So,
but with this being the draft week, there's a lot of news coming out. Like we had the news we talked about last week. The news about Reuben Bain Jr. came out, and then Zachariah Branch gets arrested. Zachariah Branch gets arrested in Atlanta, Georgia for I'm just gonna say it for walking down the sidewalk while black after 1 a.m. in the South. I mean, like a cop said, "You're blocking the sidewalk, move." He said no. He got arrested and was charged fined $39. Like that, like the fine amount for the crime that he was arrested for tells you what era that was from. Like tells you when that law was written. Like, come on.
No, I will just say, like, because I do Arrow headlines every day, and like seeing that headline and being like, okay, shoot, like looking like I could not believe like what the content of the story was, like what the actual, like you just said, like the fact that got plastered everywhere and like everyone just all they have to see now is Zachariah Branch got arrested and like it's a red flag on him. Like it is pretty wild. Like it was nothing. the details.
Big nothing burger. Yeah, big nothing burger. But then also other more important Chiefs pressing news, guys who might be on the Chiefs radar, like Jermod McCoy, cornerback for Tennessee, comes out saying that, that he had a bone plug put in his knee as a repairment, not on his ACL torn knee, but his other knee, and that bone plug may have came out. And if that happens, I didn't even know a bone plug was a thing when I read that. I was like, what?
Doesn't he have like degenerative knee issues? Is that what the problem is with him?
Yeah. And so that's gotta give teams pause, right?
Have to.
That sounds like almost like a Trey Smith situation where you got to be like confident that you have a plan in place for him before you even select him. Like is this going to knock him out of the first round, or you think he's still going to go in the first round?
To me, I think cornerback is such a volatile position as is. Like it's one of the hardest positions to have like a consistent performer in any way. Like that's why I feel like the Chiefs have this philosophy down of like, maybe not over investing in the position. But like it just as a draft prospect to not play a whole season. And then like I think the worst part about it is he had a good pro day or had that good performance. And then this comes out after, like, I think, that's very concerning that like, they weren't able to just kind of like be confident or, that this news wasn't like this came out after that, right? Like after the workout. And and so I think it could, like, Trey Smith is actually a decent comparison. Cause I mean, I don't know. I feel like he could slip actually quite a bit, honestly, like just because of the position he plays and the risk of it.
Yeah, but also I could see him slipping and sliding all the way to like maybe a third, because I mean you need your knees so much in football, and if there's like any sort of pain or wince, I mean people can exploit that. Wide receivers can turn and burn and get around you quickly, especially if your knees are sore and like it's always feeling that way.
Look at LJ Snead, man. Like his bad knees caught up to him real fast, and and he got him.
Good thing they got the good 4 years out of him.
Good job, Chiefs. So, but still, if you're going to draft a guy that high in the first round, LJ Snead was a third rounder. Like if you're gonna fourth round, if you're gonna draft a guy like Jermod McCoy in the top 10 or top 15, like you're gonna want more than 4 years out of him.
Definitely,
right. But even like top 32, top 6, like I'm with Kramer. Like I could see him slipping quite a bit for a lot of the factors involved. Even if he had a very strong showing his 1 year, he popped off. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like horror stories about knees and corners if you really think about it. I mean, Caleb Farley a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I forgot about Caleb Farley's.
Bryce Hall. I loved him. I loved him. He fell like the 7th round or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. And well, then the thing too is then that you think of the guys behind him then who are then going to rise. Like that's if Jermod McCoy drops down, then that means, Chris Johnson is almost a guarantee first rounder then at that point. I would say who's already with it.
I was going to say, I did the FanDuel odds today. Chris Johnson was like minus 280 or something to be a first round pick. So he's probably going to have to be a 29th overall pick if the Chiefs like him. No, you got me onto him, Rocky. I'm not going to lie. Like I always liked him, but you kind of made the Aqib Talib. I think it was you made the Aqib Talib comment about him. And I like that. I like that. So
he's got that swagger. Got that I'll snatch your chain kind of attitude, which is what
a little
I like.
bit nasty to him.
Which is also what I really liked. I mean, getting off topic a little bit, but talking about pick 29, which I really liked about Denzel Boston when I went back and watched his tape when I wrote it up for Arrowhead Pride over there, Ron. He definitely, every time he catches a touchdown, like his separation isn't great because he's not overly athletic, but he is a great contested catch guy, even though he only has a 35-inch vertical. He's 6'4", but he is in the defender's face, like giving them a big fuck you. I just got a touchdown over you every single time he gets a touchdown. And he keeps it within the bounds of the game, but he is a competitor and a fiery individual. And I want that.
Yes.
Seren Petro said it years ago with the Royals when they always had a bunch of nice guys on their team. He's like, you don't win a championship with a bunch of choir boys. And
the Chiefs have not, right? Like the Chiefs have not been winning championships. I mean, they have the studs at the top, right? But I mean, plenty of the key factors have been non-choir boys, right? That's a good point.
Like L'Jarius Sneed is not a choir boy, as we've learned.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So, but then also going down the same with like the injury news though too. Miami tackle, Francis Maui Goa, or that's how you pronounce it.
I guess it's Maui Noah. I don't know how it's Maui Noah, but that's what people.
Yeah, Maui Noah.
I just call him Francis. You should know who he is.
Frankie M from Miami.
From the U.
Yeah, it turns out allegedly it's an I cannot say the word.
Asystematic?
Not symptomatic. Asymptomatic.
There we go.
Bulge disc in his back. But I don't know how a bulge disc in your back stays asymptomatic when you're
got a bulging what
in the NFL. He's got a bulging disc in his back. He has a bulging D in his back. But that's got to give you worry, right? Like an offensive tackle and a back issue when you're that.
So that
big,
makes Proctor their one offensive tackle, right? Has to.
You don't think Fano? Or is Fano not a tackle deal?
I would say Freeland. I'd say Monroe Freeland's tackle.
Oh yeah, honestly, him too. Honestly, it's
true. No, I don't know. I fell in love with Proctor. Caden Proctor. I've fallen in love with.
Listen, you like big ass, thick ass individuals. That's why.
Of course I do. Why wouldn't you?
Why you love me? That's why you love me so much.
It's a good damn point there, Rocky. But no, I like the big guys. The girth is what you need in the offensive line. If you have a big ass, you're going to be able to hopefully keep the wall up.
It's just the way football is going too, right? Where I think you do need to just be like the Chiefs have been so finesse, so speed centric, and we're kind of maybe seeing them, get where they're valuing physical. I mean, they keep talking about it. They keep talking about they're going to value the running game more this year. It's going to be more physical. And honestly, Rocky, I lost my train of thought earlier, but I wanted to shout out Denzel Boston. You're right up on that because I'm glad you pointed out the physicality, the kind of. Just that mentality of it. He is a really nice consolation prize. If Carnell Tate does just go too high or they can't get it and they still want to take that swing out on a physical receiver, because it is such a great fit, right, for what they need. And I just feel like that's every position, right, y'all? I feel like every position they could use a physical badass, if it's right tackle, if it's cornerback, right, if it's any of the positions. I just feel like that's football now. Get away from the finesse, get away from the speed. It's about the run game. It's about, winning, in high traffic areas, right, as a receiver, right? Because coverage is so tight now, it's hard to get true separation. Yeah, give me all the physical guys. Give me all the guys
in this draft in every position that fill that need too, right? Like you said, Denzel Boston, but then even I take tight end, Oscar Delp will hit you in the mouth too as a blocker. He's a great guy. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Colton Hood also as a cornerback who will
I love him.
And get really
he's someone that could rise with the McCoy.
Him at 29 would be pretty sweet if he's there at 29.
Yeah, and then in the second round, I mean, he's got some work that needs to be done, but he's young. But AJ Halsey from LSU, the safety, that guy is just looking to go out and he's he is a throwback to the Steve Atwater days of safety where he's going out there to end somebody's life with every single hit, but he's not head hunting. He's tackling cleanly, but he is just such a hard hitter. But because of that, he's a little too over aggressive sometimes, right? But
good comp.
God, he's so fun to watch. And then you got Derek Moore, the edge rusher from Michigan, who was also got a big nasty streak in him. Like, there's a lot of guys that just have, like, Ruben Bain Jr. Like, you compared him to Godzilla, which I think is the best comp I've ever seen, because he's like Godzilla out there. Like, fuck the arm length, he's gonna fuck your shit up.
No, I'm out on that, dude. Out on Bain.
Yeah. Well, Krame, then again, get out of here, because I am so I don't get, like, the short arm thing. To me is a conversation about offensive linemen. I just really honestly don't think it's that, like, it shouldn't just be like this. Like, if you look at the historic database of defensive linemen, which, like, there isn't even people, like, it's unprecedented his arm length. It's not that, like, there are a bunch of guys that didn't make it at the arm length. It's just that it has not happened. So to me, it's like, it just feels like such an overblown thing when you look at how he plays. And to me, like, he's just a high floor player that I do think can surpass people's expectations and be like, he's just gonna be a Brandon Graham, kind of a man. The way he bends, the way he already has such an arsenal of pass rush moves, like, he understands the position so much, and he's so young still. Like, he was a true junior. Man, I don't know. I feel like Bain's gonna be a home run pick for somebody.
I just wish I would have saw more out of him the national title game. Then if you go back in the games regular season in college football, like, there's games where he did not even show up at all, and there was a game that he had three sacks.
In the title game, he was awesome in that game.
If he was awesome and great in that game, Miami would have won. Let's be honest. Like, we've seen games where defensive players.
So you're saying that your quarterback's not that? You're saying that Mendoza's not that good then? Like, that Bain would have been playing up to his potential, that Mendoza wouldn't have been able to overcome it and beat him, even if Bain had a great game?
I would say that. Then
Mendoza's not that good.
Then Dante Moore probably would have went into the NFL draft. Then, I mean, let's keep going on this trickle down effect. So let's keep going if you want to.
I do want to. I mean, the championship game, that's one thing. I think you can look at the other very important playoff games that happened before that, where he dominated, and maybe give a little
the game
grace
prior.
there.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, A&M too. He was just an absolute monster. But I will say, during the regular season, I mean, like, does anyone want to give Bain any credit for Akeem Messidor being, like, one of the best pass rushers in college football all of a sudden? Like, don't you think that has something to do with the fact that there was a lot of attention on one of the, most, like, Ruben Bain came in as a true freshman and was, like, one of the most productive pass rushers in the country, like, already. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like,
well, let's not act like he didn't produce in the regular season either, right? Like, he still had 9 sacks and 50 pressures. He had like 50.
Not last year, right? No, not last year.
2020 in 2025, yeah, he
had 9 sacks before the playoffs.
That
doesn't sound right to me.
That doesn't sound right. I thought that was including playoffs.
Yeah,
there's just games that he just did not show up, and the games that you actually would want to see him do stuff.
Well, I'm not saying that there wasn't, but he was still an extremely effective player.
Yeah, it's also Miami. They're in the ACC. Who are they actually truly playing? Let's be honest here.
Well, they made it to the national championship games. You can't say
I get it. Yeah, you got to get to the dance clearly, but you can beat up on small schools. Didn't they lose to Notre Dame?
And I will. No, they beat Notre Dame week 1. Bain was a huge part of that too.
Right.
Yeah, he closed out the game. Him and Messenger had a couple sacks in the game. But to me, it's like Bain. Yeah, like, maybe if on just like a one-off team, if a team just, like, needs an edge rusher and it's just a random team, maybe not a lot of talent. Like, sure, maybe. Dude, just think about him with Spags, Joe Colin, Chris Jones, like, through the rest of his prime, the guys they do have to, and the creativity they do with getting the pass rush. Like, he has legit, like, he would be the best edge rusher we have right away. Like, I don't even think that's really, like, debatable, and it may not even be close.
I wish it was George. I wish it was, like, George. It's just not.
People compare Bain to George sometimes for some reason. Maybe not serious people do, but, like, Bain has so much more flexibility and just like overall, like, stop and like, just kind of like George, like, goes with the flow a little bit. Like, he's a strong dude, like, but like, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't ever redirect, like, the offensive tackle. A lot of, like, he's either sneaking under his shoulder or that's it. Like, Bain can do so much more.
George is like Caden Curry is like George in my mind from Ohio State. Like, he's more George than Bain Jr. is. And with, like, just really quick on the arm length thing, like here's where I'm at on the arm length thing. Like, I'm 100% with you. It's an offensive lineman issue because, like, I think about it with, like, Lennox Lewis and and Mike Tyson when they fought. Mike Tyson wasn't in his prime by any means, but the whole thing was Lennox Lewis kept Mike Tyson at a distance, just jabbing him, right? Just his whole thing was he just jabbed him, kept him at a distance, and Lennox Lewis played like an offensive lineman. Your whole point of an offensive lineman is to keep them at a distance and don't let them past you, right?
Catch them too, right? Like you're not
too, right? Yeah, but as a defender, your job is to get into their body and get past them, is to close the distance. It's not to keep the distance. It's not to catch them. It's to close the distance. And so if you're at a distance as a defensive player, then you've already lost the rep, right?
Well,
and so the length doesn't matter. Your hand usage of how you get past the length matters. Right.
Absolutely. And just to add to that point too, I mean, when you just think about like the traditional defensive ends, they're all 6'4", 6'5", like Bane is almost 6'2". And so like naturally he's going to have the shorter arms too, but like he has a natural leverage point that like not a lot of defensive ends have. And to like always be able to play with that leverage and have like the arsenal of skills he appears to have and the strong hand, like he just has bricks for hands, man. You know, and
imagine him and Tamba together.
Tamba?
Yeah. No, Tamba Ali, like him going to working out with Tamba Ali, getting those hand fighting going if he ends up becoming a chief.
Well, and I mean, someone like Gerald McCoy, all-pro defensive tackle, for some random reason was like, hey, get this guy to Joe Cole, and he's an all-pro. Like Gerald McCoy said that. I mean, like people like, I don't know. Bane is a special player to me in this class. Like maybe in another class, like maybe there's more reason to be weary, but like, I don't know. I just feel like he's a handful of guys that's going to be like, it's going to be, in my opinion, is going to be a difference maker in the NFL.
Yeah, and
I just don't want him at 9. There's other guys I think that'd be more valuable for this Chiefs team at 9.
Sure.
Though.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. No, and you and I are thinking highly alike right now, Ron, with the exact same person, exact same position group at the 9th overall pick.
I'm honestly, I mean, I don't mean to like, but like, I'm just kind of like, I don't feel like it's going to happen that they're going to pick Caleb Downs. Like you look at the odds, like he's very far down there. The Giants are super in on him, it seems like, and they have 2 for top 10 picks. So it feels like the Giants might try to make sure they get Styles and Downs. That'd be kind of cool. But if you look at, I don't know, for whatever reason, no one is linking Caleb Downs to the Chiefs. So it would be kind of an upset pick, but I would love it. So.
Well, and then obviously the chatter right now around the Chiefs are whether or not they're going to trade up in the draft. There's the rumors out there that they've spoken.
They should not.
The Cardinals and the Titans both to move up in the draft to take unknown guy at this point. But we talked a little bit earlier today on Slack, Ron, and I was saying, like, if you look at it, like it's going back and forth. Like, are the Jets going to take Bailey? Or the Jets going to take Reese? Are the Jets going to take Bailey? Or the Jets going to take Reese? And it almost like we said, like it seems like the Chiefs are kind of like, okay, well, depending upon who the Jets take, may decide whether or not they want to trade up to get a guy. And I mean, I think that Bailey would be the better decision there, of course.
Right. No, I'll just say this, like Nate Christensen, great analyst on the site. I was pretty surprised by he wanted to put together a personal 7-round mock draft, his opinion. And when I read it, I was like, holy cow, this is going to set AP on fire, because he had them trading both first-round picks up for Arvell Reese, the Ohio State linebacker, and Weston Brewster in the chat actually wants that too. And I guess that's my point, is like I was surprised how many people like were actually like, I'm with you, Nate. Like, let's do this. That is crazy to me. Like, Arvell Reese, like, where is he? What position is he playing next year? And moving forward, like, if you're going up for a pass rusher, I like Bane more than Bailey for the Chiefs, but like I get Bailey does have some things that maybe make him worth that high of a pick. It's for Bailey, right? Like, are we crazy?
It has to be. I think Bailey, if you want to win now, you go get Bailey right now. Like that's the kind of guy he brings.
I think it's long term too. I mean, like, what is who is Spags going to be the defensive coordinator for the long term? Because I don't really see, like, Reese is just such a, like, I love him as a player, but like he's a modern day player, and we play a very old school, traditional, straight up, in terms of our base defense, I guess. But anyway, go ahead.
I think the devil's advocate argument to this is that is that the Chiefs have a need at linebacker and edge rusher both, and he's a two birds with one stone, where he plays edge on third down passing situations, and then first and second down he can play linebacker.
But we know that's not going to happen with Spags, right? Like, we know this. We've been through this. Leo Chenal was just on the team for 4 years, and they never did anything but just get a little creative with him on rundowns, right? Like, it's not. They're not going to use him the way. So I don't really like. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I love the player. Like he's one of the best players in the draft. Just not for the Chiefs. Just doesn't make sense.
So all right. Run us through your perfect Chiefs draft then, Ron. Trades are allowed. What's your perfect Chiefs draft?
I do think Caleb Downs. It's just the easiest way, in my opinion, for the Chiefs to get back to being an elite third down defense. They have it set up around him in the safety room, in my opinion. Like, all the guys besides Alohi Gilman are just kind of like third safety, fourth safety types that can make plays. But if they get a Caleb Downs and have Gilman as a free safety type, Downs hunting in the box. And then I am starting to, even with the Downs pick, like I am starting to get bought in on, investing in corner as early as like pick 40, pick 29. And like, if it would be like, I've been like doubling up in the secondary would be crazy. But honestly, the more I think about it, like a guy like Chris Johnson or a guy like McCoy, depending on how the medicals check out, Colton Hood, Brandon Cease, like depending, like 29 or 40, there's kind of a wide range there, but like, they do need like cornerback is a very big hole in this roster. And I do get a little uncomfortable getting past 40 without picking one, even if they pick Caleb Downs. So I'll say Caleb Downs, a corner in that range. And then I'll say it, trio of defensive players. Give me a defensive lineman in that too. Like I am willing to kind of punt on offense and with the early picks in this draft. Like I really am. This defense needs it. So honestly, yeah, my ideal draft, like if I'm really thinking about like what the team needs, like give me Downs, give me a playmaking cornerback, and then give me one of the defensive linemen that's in that 29-40 range, whether it's Zion Young, TJ Parker. I mean, even one of the like a D tackle too, if it's the right guy. Like Caden McDonald is suddenly becoming a 29 option, and I feel like he would be an awesome fit for the rest of Chris Jones' career. And just because they signed Tonga does not mean they like can't get like a run stuffing. Like you need so many of those, or like you need two good ones, I should say. And it's been not in the last few years.
If you were to get McDonald, you're definitely going to put Tonga to the side. Let's just be honest here. I'm curious what your thoughts are. If say the Chiefs don't go Caleb Downs at 9, do you like Emmanuel McNeil-Warren from Toledo?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he's kind of that same, it's a different type of player, right? But like they need someone physical around the line of scrimmage, like that can play close to the line of scrimmage, be that kind of eighth player in the box at times. I just feel more confident that like Caleb Downs, like when I talk about the third down defense specifically, man, like pass coverage, like kind of like disguising, like Caleb Downs like did that last year for Ohio State for Matt Patricia's defense. He did what I want him to do for Spags. So like we've already seen it on tape. Like that's where I almost feel like Spags might be hounding Veach a little bit. Like, hey, yo, like you can see what he's going to do for us next year.
Well, and let's be honest,
like, you and I think alike there, bud.
Whenever Spags' defense is at its best, he has an elite safety. Right.
Exactly.
Like that. Like Spags' defense needs, because it's so old school, needs an elite safety there on the back.
Then he could also be a locker room leader. I think he could easily take that over as well. Even as a rookie. Because he led the entire Ohio State defense. Let's be honest.
Have you heard anything from him this whole pre-draft process, or like any besides like the rumor that, or not rumor, but just like his little medical thing that maybe didn't even mean to be, or didn't come out to be true, I want to say, or like was a little over exaggerated. Like that's what, but like you can tell he's always been like that too. Like when you look at his background and stuff, like he's been very dedicated, committed. Yeah, that was a long way to say I love Caleb Downs. Glad me and Krame are on the same page.
And then there was the crazy thing with Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is that there's that report that came out today that he might slide into the second round, which I just can't see happening, man.
I can't see that happening either.
Well, and that's where, gosh, yeah, it's like if you miss out on Caleb Downs, there are a good amount of guys. Like I even like, when you get into closer to day 3, like Jacoby Thomas from Miami. There are guys that like you can picture being in that strong safety role.
Bud Clark from TCU is a stud, as well.
I love Bud Clark.
Is it bad when I was on my way to work today? I just listened to the radio and then just like in my own thoughts of like what the Chiefs could do at 9. Is it bad that I thought Sadiq could possibly be a good fit here in Kansas City?
Well,
he's best available. I mean, he's going to be he'd be a playmaker. Honestly, you don't even have to put him at tight end. You could put him in the slot if you needed to.
If you needed to. He ran a 4.3. You can put him wherever you want.
There is justification to him being a good fit for sure, honestly. I mean, they do want to get into this 12-13, like do more of that stuff, and pass out of it. Like Noah Gray just like didn't allow them to last year. They had to play Juju Smith-Schuster as like the de facto second tight end a lot of times because they just wanted that kind of bigger body to be able to at least present run. No, it's not crazy, and it keeps getting brought up, right? Like Albert Breer linked it. Adam Schefter on his podcast. Yeah, he just said they discussed him. Which they could anybody, but of course they're putting that out there for a reason. And Adam Schefter, even I was listening to he like emptied the notebook and he kind of like rambled through on, but he was like, just Kenyon Sadiq, just think about it. Like, I don't know, like
try to be disgusting if he was there.
Then Peter Schrager though came out and said he's not buying it, right? He came out and said
right,
that.
and I actually Schrager's probably the guy I believe
yes
the most. I just feel like he probably understands how to get through the BS the most out of these.
He said the Chiefs are pretty much wide receiver or edge rusher is what they're kind of sold on at this point,
which does make a lot of sense. Yeah, it does.
Which does make a lot of sense. But if they did go Sadiq, I don't know if I want him to go at 9. Like you'd have to find a trade back partner.
You're not getting him at 29 at all.
No, he's gonna no. You'd have to. I'm talking about from 9, like to trade back to like 12 or
right. Because like if they like Tyson, right? He's supposed to go to the Saints all of a sudden. Like he's a lock to be a top 10 pick. If they like Tate and both those guys are gone, or maybe they don't like those guys, or they only like one of them, yeah, trade back and then like Sadiq is like maybe a second tier receiver in this class to them or something.
And the crazy thing too is like nobody's really like talking about Mekhi Lemon at all to Kansas City, which it feels like every like the offense that the Chiefs have ran for the last 10 years would have like Mekhi Lemon would have been their guy, like 100%,
Either Veach is very good at like, strong smoke screen. I don't know if y'all heard him talk about Mekhi Lemon, but my God, he kind of like lost himself and was like, oh, I know he's like a Emeka Egbuka and JSN and, he does all this and that and any team would. And then you could kind of like almost see him kind of like sit back up in his chair and like, oh yeah. And then Omar Cooper's in the first round too. Like, I don't know. He might've let it slip a little bit, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Like he picture perfect, clear fit for the Chiefs.
Yeah, clear fit for the Chiefs. And then my conspiracy theory with Denzel Boston is that he's like the only top receiving prospect that we don't have a top 30 visit for the Chiefs with that's reported. Like, okay, that doesn't mean he didn't have a top 30 visit, but that wasn't reported that he had a top 30 visit with the Chiefs. And so there's a little bit of interest there that, they're trying to keep it out of the news for a specific reason, possibly for pick 29. All right, before we get out of here, Ron, who's your guys? Give me your guys in this draft that you would bang the table for at whatever round that you're like, come hell or high water, when it's time to pick this guy has to, at the end of the draft, this guy has to be on the roster.
Ooh, yes. For the Chiefs specifically, you named one of them earlier. Oscar Delp, it just feels like the tight end, like if they're going to take any sort of significant, not like, although I've seen him get mocked later in the draft, round 6, round 7, maybe that injury, that medical red flag, he played through a hairline fracture all year last year. His production is very low in college, right? But man, you talked about the physicality of him. That's one of my favorite just overall picks. But another one, just because we were at the East West Shrine Bowl, shout out Jared and Caleb. We had a good time there, and we did get to see Damon Claiborne, the Wake Forest running back. He was on a wheel route and like jumped over a 6'4" linebacker and caught it, contested catch. But he's also the third fastest running back by the 40 time in this class, and he's supposed to be, just a day 3 pick. Like the Chiefs could really flip the script if they get him with Amari DeMarcado and Kenneth Walker. Talk about the flip and explosiveness of the backfield. So that's another very fun one of mine. But I will say I could not dive too deep into the draft this year. So like my draft takes are really shallow, Rocky and Krame. Like I when it gets past day 1, day 2, man, it's a little shallow this year. I've had to edit a lot of people's draft takes and not make my own. So
what happens when you ascend the pyramid to the top, my friend.
True.
You no longer get to be a sicko just watching like seventh
I'm
round.
missing it. It feels weird. Like
all 22 film, you're just like you're a figurehead at this point. You're the king. We have to bring you our offerings of our film watching for you to then either approve us or cast us aside out of your presence. And so
Ron, I feel like you'd be an Eli Heidenreich type of guy. If you don't know who that is, go look him up. Right? He's absolutely out of Navy. Spark plug. That's exactly what you should look Eli up. Just watch some highlights tonight. Preferably, make sure you don't wear any pants because it's good.
Yeah, I'll give you another back in that same realm because he was at the East-West Shrine Bowl too. Dean Connors from Houston. I slept on him because actually I tried to go see my guy Rocky at the Hula Bowl in early January, and he was there. Dean Connors, this Houston running back, was there. I was like, he's all right. Like, he didn't really look special at all there. Boom, East-West Shrine Bowl. He's like just juking everybody out of their shoes, and he was really good in the game. So he seems like Danny Woodhead. That's what I was going for. Danny Woodhead type.
Yeah. He looks like a Danny Woodhead type when you look at his picture too. He's like
my kind of guy.
Looks like he's angry. Like looks like a guy who like doesn't have a good relationship with his father.
I didn't get that close with him at the East-West Shrine Bowl, so I didn't get that reporting.
But Damon Claiborne, like you mentioned, like he's a really interesting guy. He's a smaller back, but like he averaged 5 yards a carry in a Power 5 conference, and had almost 1,000 yards rushing. He's a
smaller back, but that's what stood out to me he had a few kind of strong reps, just kind of playing bigger than he is at 5'8" or whatever. But and 4.37 speed. There isn't a lot of. It's Jeremiah Love, it's Mike Washington, and then Damon Claiborne, and then the rest of the guys are 4.4s or slower. So it's just talk about getting as much explosion out of the backfield as possible. Yeah, him as a
imagine getting Mike Washington at 74 though. Yeah,
for my sake, I hope you don't, but that'd be killer.
Claiborne does kind of maybe fit more what DeMarcado is going to bring to the Chiefs. I do think they probably need more of that lead back type, right? Like running back. It would be. I don't really love it at 74, but a guy like him at the right, it kind of would be maybe the right value, right? So
K-Trine Allen is like the Mike Washington consolation prize.
They're not drafting running back. Let's be honest, boys. There's no reason for them to.
No, I don't think they are either. Well, unless they draft Eli Heidenreich because he's a running back wide receiver combo.
You're right.
Day three pick.
They do have 9 picks. Yeah,
anytime you're obviously because he's a white running back, but anytime you're coming out of college and your comp that everybody continues to make a CMC, you got to perk your ears up a little bit. And honestly, when you watch him, he does look a lot like CMC, except for he's playing for Navy. So you got to take the competition into account. But the
patriotic CMC, okay.
Yeah. Patriot CMC. Yeah, he's CMC who fucking loves America. That's who he is.
Yeah, he was too busy in the ROTC programs to really, get to a big college program.
Yeah. Well, all right, boys. It's been a hell of a time. It's been a blast. It's been real. It's been fun. It's draft week.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, it's crazy that Steven Serta has never been on this podcast, but you've been on here so many times.
That's true.
We obviously know who the better boss is at this point. That's
true.
Right? And so you get the award for favorite boss because
we'll give it to you.
Serta's a suit over here at Foolish Club Media, and you're a hands-on sort of leader, and we appreciate that.
Hey, no, it was really fun. And you mentioned him earlier, but I do really want to make sure we shout out JD, John Dixon, rest in peace, our friend. It's an honor to be running the show, but I was really enjoying working hand in hand with him. It was fun, honestly, just seeing him kind of do his thing and literally be his right-hand man for only a few months, unfortunately. But
He's the best though, man. He's the gold standard, like a true newsman, the best journalist you'll ever see. And I will just say I went to his service and I learned so much more about him that I his audio, radio, business life. And he's got some cool friends,
that told cool stories about him, man. He was loved and really appreciated. So JD's very much missed for sure.
Gone but not forgotten. And like we said last time, yeah, he's up there somewhere looking down, watching the draft, watching us, probably editing my work, over my shoulder while I'm typing at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Being like, don't say that, Rocky. Like cut that shit. Cut that shit right now. Like that's a terrible take. No. Did you cite your sources, Rocky? Did you cite your sources? Did you use the Kansas City Chiefs full name for the first time that you mentioned them in the article? Like all the little nitty gritty rules to journalism that he instilled in all of us. Yeah, he's just sitting there over our shoulders, like editing our work for us while we go.
Yeah, no, I do got to bring out that JD a little more. Give y'all I'm easy on y'all. I just clean up y'all's messes. I don't say much. After I do, I got to pull that out a little more. Make sure y'all know you just made that editing take 10 minutes longer than it needed to or something. So.
What you need to do.
I need you to be the guy in my comic section whenever the Madden simulation goes out because they absolutely hate me. And I'll tell you what, John defended me to every single time. So I needed you to do the exact same for me, buddy.
That's crazy because the Madden sim is the thing that I randomly get. Like I was on 96.5 the other day, and Chris Unosera was like the one thing he asked about AP was like, "Oh yeah, you guys the Madden sims like Kramer does the Madden sims like those are sick." Like, yes, no, and other people have. So the Madden sims are good. We need something like that. So keep up the good work. And
apparently the rest of AP doesn't.
That's crazy.
That are around there.
I'll have to.
And what you need to do, Ron, really is to pull the Pete Sweeney, and then you get somebody like John to do all your dirty work for you, so that you don't have to have the tough conversations. Because that's what Pete did, right? Like Pete was the nice guy, point. and then he'd be like, "Hey, Rocky, fuck this up. Go talk to him about this article." And then John would be the one to come in and be like, "Rocky, you got to fix this shit." And so
Jared Sapp.
Jared Sapp,
big brain.
Jared Sapp is the new John Dixon, and then you're the new Pete Sweeney.
He's JD Jr., man.
He is.
He's been so much more help than y'all probably, or than anyone even realizes to me.
I realize. Believe me, I realize.
Yeah, you know.
Well, and he is the official cap guru of Veach season as well.
Yes.
So there we go.
No one's beating him. That guy. It's right here. It's nowhere else. Like it's
almost like he's a math teacher or something.
He's shout out the AP team. Shout out all y'all.
Listen, we're keeping the ship going in the right direction. We're just we're finishing the mission. We're finishing what was started. And so well, all right, Ronnie boy, we love you, man. Thank you so much for coming on. And me and Kramer are going to be live for the first round, everybody. All night on Thursday. So Ron, I assume that you're going to come back and drop back in and
go for doors open.
Football. The doors open.
No, we've done it in the past so much, but I'm like, I guess I kind of do have a little more to think about as the picks happen this year, but I'm going to have to get my takeoff somehow. So
you got
see y'all Thursday. See y'all.
You got to
book it here. Let's go.
Yeah, you heard it here. Ron's coming back. You'll probably be back a second time before Serta comes on a first time. And so
wait, Serta's supposed to be on at some point?
Well, Serta's supposed to be on at some point. Oh, yeah. I hope Serta's on at the same time as you, Ron. That way we can really just talk about how much we love you as a boss more.
Yeah, we'll glaze the crap.
We'll just glaze the shit out of it. Yeah.
What pick would make Serta get on? Yeah, that's such a crazy pick that Serta just has to get on.
Yeah, so
whatever the Browns,
I don't think there is a pick. I really don't think
he's a closet Browns fan, by the way.
Yeah, the Browns draft Ty Simpson. He's on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. If it's like remember when Atlanta drafted Michael Penix out of the blue a couple years back? Like if something like that happens with Ty Simpson, then he's hopping on.
Yeah, they can't draft. I mean, that's Shedeur Sanders. They're set. They're good.
I agree. Absolutely agree.
Worst fucking quarterback in the NFL. Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on, Rocky. We were being so nice.
Yeah, and then you had to go and bring up Shedeur Nepo Baby Sanders on the podcast.
Don't say that around Mel Kiper. You better watch yourself around Mel Kiper.
Well, listen, don't say anything around Mel Kiper. He's had the exact same draft take since 1983 when he got that haircut. Like Mel Kiper He has the worst takes of anybody, any draft analyst. I don't know how he's still on ESPN, just because he was the first one.
Yes. Yep.
He's literally grandfathered in.
You got it.
Oh my god.
You just answered your question.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. All right, we love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with us. And Veach season, baby. We'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.